Welcome back to another NSA Behind the Stage. It's great to be back, and do you realize we're only 16 days away from the 50-year anniversary of Influence? We're going to talk all about influence. That's the topic today for the National Speakers Association. We're going to share insights that are late-breaking news. It's always happening. We're getting updates, so we're going to get into it deeply, and we're going to talk with fellow CSP speaker, NSA rock star, Ramon. Ramon Ray is with us here today. Everyone knows you. They all love you. Sorry about that. But one of the reasons we love you is going to Influence and going to Winter, and you hug and smile, and you are so positive with all the other NSAers.
I think the world can be a very cruel, evil place, but I think if we can all spread a little bit of light, a little bit of salt, whatever you want to call it, in the world and make the world a better place. But I do love people. I love my fellow speakers, rock stars who are on stages around the world, spreading their information, their influence to others, and excited about Influence 2023, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the National Speaker Association. Rich, thanks for all you do.
Thank you. But again, you got to be the MC, the host. We're 16 days away. So what's going through your mind right now? It's 16 days for the big show.
Yeah, I think a few things are going through my mind. I think one, it's very interesting that to bridge the generations of NSA folk who will be there. I think there are those who have been to NSA 30, 40, 50 years, as it were, who've been there a long time and know each other and et cetera. And you may be Rich, but ironically, I still feel very new to NSA. Maybe many of the legends and names that we talk about, I don't really know them. So for me, I feel like I'm bridging the gap between those who are newer to the stage, newer to NSA, and for a long time and know each other. So I find it's a privileged place I get to be in the middle there and bridge that gap.
So let's just get to the big question here. Why be a part of the NSA? I mean, we're celebrating. Why should people really join us and be a part of this?
Sure, and I'll talk about what's going to happen at Influence in a minute, but I think I'll get right to the point about NSA. A few reasons I would say. If you're a speaker who wants to influence the world, if you're a speaker who wants to influence your community, if you're a speaker who wants to influence anywhere you're at on stage, the National Speakers Association is the place to do that. This is a community of fellow speakers who identify with the challenges, with the problems you have, and identify with the successes you have. Number two, at NSA, you're around people, around methodologies, around a community that will teach you how to monetize your stage presence. And point number three, you're around people who also teach you not necessarily how to speak. We can do that, but other organizations do that, but really how to impact and how to perform on stage. So those are a few reasons that I've done. Again, I've only been at NSA a few years, but when I think of the NSA, that's why people would want to join the National Speakers Association. Absolutely, Rich.
One of the other reasons is the networking, the hallway conversations before you launch, you go to the lunch, and we're going to have a lot of extra special stuff during the 50-year anniversary. But what do you think about this networking? What could you say to someone new going and how to best jump in?
Yeah, for sure. I think, listen, a few things you do. If you're new at NSA and you've never been there before, especially, you definitely have to break in. So if you see me and Rich talking, number one, people like Krista Washington, myself and Rich, we're probably going to see you alone. And we're going to ask Krista to say, well, hey, friend, come on in and join us. That's that's on us. But if by chance we don't do that, you have, listen to me. You have to break in, stand in the circle, smile, and be acknowledged. So for those of you who are new, here are the main stage activities and things that are happening, which I'll talk to. The hallway networking, jump into the conversation and say hi. NSA is a very welcoming organization, and this is the place for new people, for those who've been here for a while. We're all together learning every day from each other how we can influence on stage.
Now, some of our events are filled up or filling up. Some of the other things you should do is go jump into a group. If they're going to dinner, go to lunch, just casually invite yourself, right? Because we love meeting new people.
Absolutely. You don't have to do anything casual, Rich. I mean, you could just go gangster. Listen, oh, Rich, you're going with Becky and Beth Ann and Jeremy to lunch. Y'all have room for me? Rich, oh, we're full. Or he's going to say, of course we do. We'll get more room. Or, we're full, but check out Ramon. He's over there. He's just leaving. So definitely, as I shared about it with the Winter Conference, make your own seat at the table.
And that's one of the big changes of NSA. We are really making it very clear. We want you in, and we do want to hear from you. That's another thing with the NSA is you're not just an outside member waiting for permission. We want to hear from people, the good, the bad, the ugly. What else do you need, right? The feedback is really important, Ramon.
Absolutely. Feedback is everything. And anytime you have a chance, you see a survey, you ask a question, there's input coming in. A, answer the surveys and questionnaires that come forth from NSA, or two, proactively reach out to Rich, reach out to myself. We can help you get to the right people that can give your suggestion, because we do want to hear whether it's about what's happening at Influence afterwards or whether it's about anything else. And don't forget your chapters. Even though today we're talking about Influence, I do want to say your local chapter, your chapter president, your chapter, the 57 titles they have after that, these are the people that you can go to who can help you with your NSA experience.
So I know you're working with a team, the amazing, wonderful team that we know and love, but do you have any insider tips?
I do.
Something to sneak behind the stage and give us some little mojo here about what's going to be coming up.
Absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Candace York. Candace York is the producer of NSA Influence. She works for NSA, in our team office, and she's doing an amazing job behind the scenes, doing all sorts of things. So a few things I'll give a highlight, Rich. I'll go fast, and then you can tell me what you want to dive in deeper. So one, we have, as it were, our keynote presentations. All the things at NSA are, as it were, equal, but for sake of segmentation, these are the names. We have our NSA keynote speakers, DG Usto, who so many know her. She's been inside the NSA Speakers magazine. Rich, let me tell you this. No one has ever seen a speech like she's going to deliver. That's no, I'm not saying the rest. Sorry,
You're not?
I got my team back here. Yeah, they keep telling me, yeah. So that's one. Silly DiGiusto. My friend Delator McNeil. This dude, I've seen him year after year after year. He is going to drop the mic and talking to people how he does it. John Gordon, a successful fellow speaker. He's going to talk about his success and what we can learn from it. You got Victor Antonio, sales. If you can't make sales, you're not going to get no money. Tim Gard, he is so funny. I was laughing at his stuff. He was hosting the previous NSA event before he got on stage. So that's just some of the keynotes.
And there's so many takeaways. So
yes.
Winter was packed full of takeaways. It was actionable things for your own career. Are we going to get more of that here at Influence?
Absolutely. We have crafted, when I say we, I'm emceeing it, but I give full credit to Candace York and her team who are going through this. It is not just the theatrics, which are important, the presence, the movement of the body, but we're getting nitty gritty practical. And what I like, Rich, about this, even we have some sessions called Keynotes NSA Legends. We have Stories Unplugged. That's where, Rich, we're getting to the practical, tactical. Here's people like Lenora Harris and so many others, Willie Jolly and so many others. Here's how we're doing it, and we will unpack this for you and show you our playbook. Sit back and take notes. That's what's going to happen there at NSA 50th anniversary of Influence.
You mentioned Dr. Willie Jolly.
Yes.
I just literally talked with him today. He is so jacked up, so excited. If you've ever talked to him, he gets pretty excited anyways. He is so excited to be there to speak and to share. But he also said, are you ready to network? That was the first thing he wanted to know. Are you ready to network and meet more people? What are you looking forward most? Yes, you're going to MC. Yes, we're going to see and hear a lot of you. But what are you most looking forward to?
Oh, that's a tough question, because as one who's emceeing it, I know I have my calendar full to serve you all. So different positioning. But I think what I'm excited about is to make new connections. That's what it is, to make new connections. When I think about the many people who I met at the winter conference just a few months ago, and I think about those who I'm going to see, there's relationships being built. There's people who we see online, haven't seen for a while. There's new people I can learn from. People are reaching out to me saying, Ramon, let's connect. Let's have a coffee. Let's have a bagel. Let's have a donut. Let's have a stick of gum. Let's have a peanut butter sandwich. And so I'm excited about that, really. I think the lessons from the stage, Rich, is going to be amazing. But for me, as you said, Rich, probably the best part of it is just that additional networking. And the more you get to know people a bit, the more you get to leverage and understand, Rich, how you can serve them best. Yes, do I want to uplift my business? But Rich, the best thing I can do for people is how can I serve you?
Now, one of the things that people will find out very quickly, we get fed extremely well.
Yes.
When they take a break, there's a buffet table, there's snacks, there's goodies. That's not a time to go disappear. That's the best networking time. And we're going to do it over and over again. Are you amazed by how much they take care of us at these events?
It's a beautiful thing. You come there, you just have to relax and learn. Relax and learn, relax. It's like going to a cruise ship, except there's no water. You just eat and learn, laugh and network, eat and learn, laugh and network, eat and learn, laugh and network. That's it. Oh, and don't forget, Rich, the sponsors. I must say, thanks to the many sponsors who are there, and go by and visit the tables. There's no excuse to say, oh, why does he look so good in his suit? We got a sponsor there. Oh, how is he doing that after his session QR code? We got a sponsor there. Oh, how is she doing her funnels? We got a sponsor there. So go by the sponsor table to booth. This is where you can talk to people who are supporting NSA and to our experts in what they do is the place to be. The NSA 50th anniversary celebrating NSA Influence
During
50th
the
anniversary 2023.
No, that's fine. Winter event, I was talking to some
Yeah.
people that helped do the sponsor, the line at the tables. Their goal was to have a record sponsorship area. I haven't heard if we've blown the numbers yet or not. Maureen might have that later on, but I know they were looking for a major. You do need to take your time, go around, great conversations, and there's always good candy treats and other fun stuff around there too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when it comes to this role of MCing, what have they told you or asked you to do? Because every MC role is a little bit different. I've done it, you've done it. What have they kind of spearheaded you to do? What is your purpose of being the host?
Well, ironically, no one specifically said to do anything, but since we are professionals, you and I, Rich, and many of our speakers do hosting. Keynoting and hosting are two different things. Just those who've never hosted or never keynoted. There are people who are hosts, people who are keynotes, two different things. But my job, Rich, my job is I've been given the honor to hold a spotlight. And my job is to shift the spotlight according to our run of show and agenda on each speaker glue to carry it from person to person from time to time. That's my only job. So that Sylvie DiGiusto leaves this to uplift, shine the light on her, and turn that spotlight and say, Del Toro, the mic is yours. And make sure the success of our speakers is there and the success of our audience is there. That's pretty much my job. Is the audience happy? Are they uplifted? Do they have energy? Or are speakers ready for success? That's my only job.
Now, this is the 50-year anniversary, the big 5-0. And I've asked this question of everybody as we've gone on this journey the last several months. What does it mean to you, Ramon Ray, be part of an organization that's celebrating 50 years? And we're basically an organization helping others to achieve their goals.
Yeah. I think what's important about it is that, especially for those of us who are, when I say newer, I've been at the part of NSA for maybe 70 years or so, give or take. I've been a speaker for 20 something years. Interesting for me is this organization in particular celebrates 50th years. This organization, I'm not a scientist. I don't have the math. So y'all give me some grace if I'm wrong on these numbers. Calm down, people. But my point is that you're celebrating those who are, as it were, older, have been doing this for maybe speaking for 50 years, double how long I've been doing it. Speaking as old as I am, I'm 50. So have that generation, people who've been doing this before there was TikTok, Snapchat, Chat GPT, AI, and all that other stuff. They were doing it like old school. So you have those people, and then you have someone there, Rich, only in quotes, 2 years, 6 months. What a beautiful blend it is, broad range of experience that we're able to be on stage and experience. OGs, people doing this a while, have been inspiring, bringing laughs, bringing emotions, bringing tears, and somebody who's figuring it out just now. It's a beautiful time.
That is the best part of this. We're going to go back to our networking conversation. The highest, most elite speaker you can think of will be there, and you might feel like you're not of the caliber. Throw that away.
Yes.
Most of them will walk up and hug you and say, what can I do to help you? Tell me your story. And that's the magic of NSA. And we're celebrating 50 years of that. If you met someone today and they were unsure of what they wanted to go or not, what would you say to them, Maron?
Yeah, I would say this. Imagine you not going, and it was one person, as my friend Lamar Tyler says, as he says, who has your money? Imagine you were there and there was a connection you didn't make because you didn't go. There's a person you wish you could have met because you didn't go. There's an experience you didn't get because you couldn't go, and you won't know if you don't go. So if you are a speaker, or you wish to be a speaker, or you are a professional speaker and you're not at the NSA 50th anniversary influence event, shame on you. You need to go. Who's got talent? Look at the number below. Go right now. Go right now. Call. Vote right now, America. No, but really, you need to go. because this is the event. There will never, ever be a 50th anniversary celebration again, ever, and you don't want to miss it.
And they're pulling out all the stops. We're going to keep learning more about. One thing before I let you go here is congratulations, celebrity CEO. Can you just briefly tell people what that means?
Yeah, sure. I'm a firm believer, Rich. The celebrity CEO concept is helping people build their personal brand. It's about getting attention to build trust and building trust to build sales. So many of us want sales, but I'm like, stop. Stop going for sales. First, build trust. And before you build trust, you got to get attention. That's what the celebrity CEO concept is all about. Thanks for asking.
Ramon Ray, great to have you with us. Keep the energy, by the way, too. Don't have it drop down. We need the energy for the 50-year anniversary.
It'll be there.
You struggle with that.
That's why I'm drinking a bottle of water right now. It's energy water. Energy water. Said no one ever.
Thanks, Ramon. Great to have you here today. Thank you for being a part.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's how we're launching off NSA. Ramon's going to bring the energy. He's going to bring the heat. He's going to be the fun. It's going to be great having him host this event, and we're thrilled to be a part of it. But there's more. There's still more to learn about. Jim Panzier is back with us once again, and Jim is the chair of the Board of Trustees of the NSA Foundation. We've been learning more and more and more about the foundation, and they're going to have a big part of the 50-year anniversary. Jim, great to see you again.
I'm so honored to be here. For those of you coming to Influence, we're so excited for how full it's going to be. It's kind of like after COVID, we're back as an association. And I just think that's so positive. There's two things I wanted to share with you. And it's interesting how fast things are changing and filling up. We had prepared, as part of what I was going to share, to talk about our great 50th anniversary celebration party that the foundation is sponsoring on Sunday evening at Influence. And just learned just a little bit ago, we're actually sold out, which is so exciting.
Wait, we're sold out? We're sold out?
It's sold out. It is so exciting that, we were getting close to it, but it's reached the peak that it's full. I don't know if they have a waiting list or not. I hope you have a ticket for it. I think it's going to be some of the strongest programming every year at convention. The foundation holds an evening of celebration of the foundation and as a fundraiser. It's one of the ways we raise funds to continue the work of our foundation. And as part of that, this is, I believe, one of our most exciting programs we have put together in years. This is chaired by CSP Patrick Henry. He is the fundraising chair this year, and he's going to be the incoming chair next year of the entire foundation. And he's just put together such a strong program. Don Hudson, Steve Spangler, Tim Gard, Tara Brown, Pat Dwyer, The Passing Zone with John and Owen, Mark Sharonbrock, Naomi Rohde. These are all just heroes in our business. It's going to be such an exciting evening. But there's a second message I'd like to share just as a reminder about your foundation. And that is our Professional Speakers Benefit Fund. It's where the majority of our funds are spent each year supporting members who are in need because of experiencing personal crises outside their control. If you or you know of a member that is having crises, please let us know. We have support and we want to offer them help. It's really our foundation as our members helping our fellow members through our donations and our work and support. We have about 50 volunteers that are actively working in the foundation to support our members and our community. And if things are going well for you, we'd love a donation. You could go to nsafoundation.org to continue our support because we could always do more. We're very excited. Hope to see you. We're going to have a booth this year at the convention that we're very excited about, that we'll be passing out some literature on what the foundation and all the services we offer are. We hope you stop by and see us.
Well, and before we let you go, Jim, there's a QR code to take them directly to your landing page. What are they going to learn about there?
They're going to hear about the foundation. We offer scholarships every year. We have an Art Berg Fund that supports an organization that our member is involved in to help them improve their technology. We have a community grant. There's a big, exciting program this year at convention with the backpack program that we're going to be assembling and putting together to donate to a school with students in need. And we're very excited the foundation is supporting that by purchasing the backpacks to help the process get started. And it's all meant to help our members and to support our community.
Jim, I want to say thank you. You've been chairing this position and you're the chairman of the Board of Trustees. You've been leading this foundation. You got to hand off the baton, right?
Oh yes, January 1st, Patrick Henry. We're so excited because not only because of his success and what he's done just as an amazing leader on his own and the things he's done for the foundation and for NSA, but also he's second generation and we're so excited about. His dad, Robert Henry, had such an impact on the beginnings of our foundation and making what it is today. So we know we're going to be in great hands and it's going to be a better foundation next year than it has been any time in the past, because of his leadership and the work of the rest of our volunteers.
Jim, thank you for all your group does and that you lead on. Again, it's somewhat behind the scenes with a major part of the National Speakers Association. Again, the big party sold out. You heard it right here. Breaking news during Behind the Stage. Thanks again, Jim.
Honored to be here. Thanks for giving us an opportunity to share.
Wow. Sold out. That's the fun stuff you get to learn about when Behind the Stage pops up. Breaking news coming on. And one of the people that makes it all possible is Maureen Mahoney. She is always working. But did you know is one of her specialties during Behind the Stage. We're learning facts and trivia about the history of the NSA. Great to see you again.
It's great to see you, Rich. And I made a request. I messaged Ruby Newell Lenger, if you know Ruby. I said, do you have any juicy facts that you can share? She sent me 4 pages.
Holy cow.
So I can't get through all of them, but there are a couple fun facts in here. So Jim just mentioned Robert Henry. Did you know, Rich, that in 1984, I was alive. Robert Henry rode into the opening session on a horse.
What?
And there is a picture of this somewhere. We may see it at Influence, but he rode in the opening session on a horse at our conference. So I thought that was a fun fact.
That's really cool. I want to see that at the 50-year anniversary. Come on.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's going to clean up after that horse. Hopefully.
Ramon can ride in on a horse for the opening.
Yeah, well, all kinds of animals. We'll just have a petting zoo. But and a couple of some fun locations where we had our conferences, and we have a big announcement regarding that in a second. But did you know that in 1992, NSA offered a humor workshop that was aboard a luxury cruise liner? Did you go to that, Rich?
Somehow I missed the invite for that one, but I would have loved to have gone.
Would you have liked to have been stuck on a boat with 1,000, 2,000 professional speakers?
That would be like
that's funny in itself.
Yeah, no. Can you imagine the conversation and what they had to do as a wait staff to curtail that crowd?
That was part of the party boat. I don't know. I'm guessing. But it sounds like we've had some really fun places throughout NSA history where we've had our big conferences. So a boat, we've gone to Cancun, we've gone to Bermuda. So maybe we'll open that in the future, right? So
we need to bring back some of those other bookings, but we do have an announcement coming up about next year's event, but it's not yet. Not yet.
Well, I mean, that I could go through all of these, Rich, but
right,
we don't have time for that.
So we're going to have more of this. Maureen Mahoney's not going away. She has to help me with. We have a lot of announcements. We have a lot of exciting, wonderful things coming up, and we are going to start this off with talking about the new ambassador program.
Yes.
Influence 2023 is going to launch off the ambassador program. It used to be formerly the buddy program.
Yes.
Hit that QR code and sign up. But what can you tell us about this? Because I'm really jazzed about the idea of new people,
yes,
long-term people,
yes,
not old people, long-term people, new people connecting together.
Listen, we're gonna have. I mean, we're almost sold out at Influence Conference itself. So we have right now probably around 100. Oh my goodness, 1,000. One more zero, Maureen. 1,000 attendees at Influence. So that's a lot of professional speakers. People are talking. It can be intimidating for first timers. So we have this program called the Buddy Program. It was the Buddy, it was the Ambassador Program now. Last year, it was called the Buddy Program. We've had this at Influences before. it was so successful last year because any first timer, if you're new to NSA, if you're even, just new to the conference, we'll pair you with somebody who has been to the conference before, who's really familiar with NSA. They can show you around, introduce them to people that they know. It's just a really great way to connect with fellow members and just kind of get the lay of the land and have somebody to sit with at lunch, and you don't have to go gangster and just like get into somebody's place. But hey, Ramon had some really great tips, and
Yes.
I agree 100% with everything that he said. So, but the ambassador program, if we want you to sign up if you're a first timer, and hey, if you want to volunteer to be an ambassador, we would love for you to come and join as well. So it's a really great way to just extend your network.
There's a lot of ambassadors already doing this, so why don't you naturally become a real one? And but this
Yes.
is a great idea because there are so many people, and you actually get a break in easier with someone else leading the way and directing
Yes.
you. And don't miss out. Hit the QR code and join that. We also want to talk about the room because you said everything is filling up and filling up.
Yes.
Some of the other places are already sold out; they're booked out, but we do have this facility at the Rosen Centre Hotel. What can you tell us about that?
Yes. So the conference hotel is at the Rosen Shingle Creek. We are totally sold out of rooms there. We have an alternative hotel called the Rosen Centre. It's this QR code right here. So if you are still planning, you haven't gotten your room yet, stay at the Rosen Centre and just let them know that you're with the NSA conference, and they'll
Yes.
get you a discount.
Make sure you mention NSA
Yes.
because you can save a little bit, have a little bit more fun with everything else you got going on.
Exactly.
And then we have another part of the celebration is the Black NSA is turning 30. We're celebrating 50. They're celebrating 30.
Yes, and we're celebrating Black NSA. We're celebrating so much in this community. We're celebrating Mama T. And her legacy, and Black NSA is the first virtual chapter of
Yes.
NSA. So this is kind of an inaugural celebration. We're gonna have so much fun. Hey, our birthday celebration is sold out. This is the same night, so here you go. You can still come and hang out. Tickets are a little cheaper than the birthday celebration.
Only $30 for the ticket.
$30, and it's going to be an excellent time. And so, here's an alternative evening that you can spend and celebrate, because we're going to be celebrating all kinds of things.
So I'm just going to do this for fun, but late breaking news, this was available to celebrate and get involved, but this is sold out literally as we went live here today.
Literally,
right?
like 10 minutes before we started, I got a note that said, we're sold out.
See,
So
we prepare for the good stuff, and the good stuff to get filled up.
I know this reminds me of TV news days where breaking news would happen like literally 30 seconds before the show. So So, hey, I'm just saying, if you're planning on coming to Influence and you haven't bought your ticket do everything right now, because I guarantee you by what is today even? Is today
It
Wednesday?
is. Again, we're 16 days away.
We're
Today's
16
Wednesday.
days
We're
away.
16 days away.
But hey, I have been I know that a couple of years ago we had people signing up to come the day of. So it happens. So I'm just saying.
I got one more big announcement, and this is really exciting. Not only are you going to go to the NSA, meet great people, get a lot of material, learn a lot of things that are practical, you get the opportunity to get your headshots done at the conference.
Yes, we have Tiberus Images is going to, in their spirit of abundant generosity, we have a location for you to get your headshots done. They're offering 2 packages. One is kind of their basic classic package. And they said, hey, pay what you feel is worth the price of these photos. So there's a limited, there's some limit to that.
Yes.
But they have a VIP package that is really not even, it's like a $500 value for like $200, which is really not that bad for headshots.
Right.
And they'll do like 2 different locations for you, and they can do some editing with those. Whereas the classic package is just kind of like, here's a couple of headshots and here's some options for you. obviously it's all going to be wonderful, but hey, we just want to provide those options and that available to you because, hey, I've seen some speakers with headshots that I think might be a little outdated. I'm not calling anybody out.
No. Actually, I had another guest, one of my other shows, and they were talking about professional headshot photography, and they said every 2 years.
Yes.
Update every 2 years. And like you said, we're not going to call you out, but some of you still have like your high school picture up, or like it kind of looks that way. You need to take advantage of these opportunities. And this is what NSA is doing, not just a celebration, not just 50 years. The sponsors are stepping up in an amazing way. The partnership are stepping up. Everyone wants us to be the biggest event.
We have I think we have like a record number of sponsors this year, and make sure you visit each and every one of them. We make sure that our sponsors are providing you good resources and great great experiences. So we want to help you build better businesses and become better speakers. So that's what we look for.
We do have one other big announcement, and NSA 2024. Can you believe we're going to say that? 2024 is going to be August 3rd through the 6th at the Gaylord Rockies in Denver, Colorado. And the other thing is, if you listen to the dates, we're going back to 4 days. That's big news. I mean, it's huge. I got that from the team, and I was like, I'm already ready to go now.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's so funny because I wasn't, everybody loved the 4-day conference. So it's going to be in August next year. Just from a contract, we're a year out. So, with hotels and everything, it's been, since COVID, it's just been challenging, but we were so lucky that we're able to get a great partnership with the Gaylord Rockies. And I'm sure some of you in Texas who are burning up right now would love to go to Denver in August. So
Denver is one of my sweet spots. It's one of my favorite spots. I lived there for a short time, and the Gaylord is wonderful, wonderful. So again, I'll mark those dates down right now. Let me repeat that. It's going to be Influence 2024, August 3rd through the 6th. Mark it now. After or during Influence 2023, we will be announcing more information on how to get that advanced registration, get in the door right away. Yes. So you want to join us for the 50, but you want to prepare for 51.
I will say, make sure the team is doing their best to make sure they get that registration ready by the time we get to Influence 2023. I will say the earlier you can purchase your tickets, the more financially it'll be easier on your pocket. I will say that. So make sure you get those early bird rates. And but man, I'm excited. We're gonna blow it out.
One final question for you before I let you go, because you and the team are working so hard. And thank you from everyone listening, watching, following. Thank you for all you do. But what is the sense that you're getting from the team right now as we are 16 days out? What's the vibe going around with everybody?
I mean, we're honestly, we had a team meeting yesterday. This will be the first time all year the NSA team will be together in person. We have, like Ramon was saying, Candace and Shelby and Miranda and Matt and Brittany and Edward and Dennis and Jamie and Jess. Everybody has been working so hard to make this an incredible experience for you. We are so excited. I've been at NSA for about 2.5 years now, and I came in at a very tumultuous 2020. So this is the first year that we all have just been like, we're ahead of it. We're excited. And it seems like we're just, the best is yet to come with NSA. So I'm really excited. And this is an amazing team that's working for you.
Could not say enough about that. I'll just put an exclamation point, amen behind that. Maureen Mahoney, always great to have you here with us. And did you know all the work you're doing? Thank you. We do want to say a special thanks to Ramon Ray for beaming on in today. Again, he's going to be hosting the 50-year anniversary of the National Speakers Association coming up in 16 days. Ramon, thanks for taking the time to drop on in. Jim Panzer, always great to know what's going on with the foundation. And again, we're so happy to be communicating with you, checking in with you, and let you know what is going on with the National Speaker Association. Don't forget to join the Facebook groups, join your local area groups, your regional groups. Get plugged into what's going on, because as Maureen just perfectly said, it's getting better and better all the time. Hey, until next month on The Trigger, Rich Bontrager, thanks for dropping in for Behind the Stage. And we're always here every month giving you that inside scoop, the last minute late breaking news behind the stage. We'll see you next month.